Recording in progress.
All right, so this is our day one. This is our very first weekly meeting. So I want to congratulate you on watching this or either being here. And I'm super, super proud of you because a lot of people do not take that first step, that initial step to actually get here. And that's a huge thing. To recognize that you first acknowledge that you want to find a family or have an issue in your life or even just want to be a part of a community where we actually contribute to each other's success is a huge thing. So, first off, congratulations. Not a lot of people make it here. So I'm proud of you. Basically, today, what we're going to be talking about are a few things. First one is we're going to be talking about our welcome, basically just introducing you guys. Welcome to the Success Family, where we help each other grow, we share opportunities, and we explain the secrets of personal achievement and success. That is the overall overarching goal. Obviously, we have our day-to-day issues and how we overcome them, and a lot of them come from our suffering and our reactions to situations that happen in our life. It's not necessarily that your dog died or you're having struggles at work or you're not really sure where to go in life, but it's really the way that we react to those feelings and then cause ourselves to feel negatively about them and our circumstances that really causes the issues and problems in our lives and makes us move from an area of desperation versus creation and love and inspiration. So that is our goal here. That is what we're doing, and it's super amazing that you're here. So congratulations. The first question is, what brought you here? Right? If you're watching this right now, there was a specific reason that you were brought here. It wasn't by accident. It wasn't chance. There's no accidents in the universe. So what brought you here? What issue are you trying to overcome? Where are you from? What actually caused you to be here today? For me, I have been looking and searching for a way to make money where I feel as if I'm actually producing the best version of myself and creating the best version of myself. I'm not taking money from people that I don't think I deserve it, or if I'm not actually helping people, or any other way of making money that doesn't really seem as if I'm really making a contribution to the world in the best way possible. I want to provide the best quality service in the largest quantity that I possibly can of selling the secrets of personal achievement and success because as a 19-year-old kid, I had joined the US Army. I had come back to the US, or I had come back to Las Vegas. I absolutely hated everything. I didn't like the social structure of schooling and all of that because it didn't seem like it was going to take me where I wanted to go. I started off by buying and selling cars at a 19, right? Like I bought my first car. My family told me it wasn't possible. It was a terrible idea and I would never make money from it. And I ended up buying and selling cars. I bought my first car for $800 and the next week I sold it for $1,200. It's a crazy thought to think about because I literally thought it was gonna be the worst idea ever. I was gonna lose a bunch of money and then the whole world was gonna end. But that just was not the truth. What I ended up finding out was that I could do this with multiple cars. And I did it over and over and over and over again, making $3,000 to $5,000 per car, selling upwards of 1 to 2 cars per month. Mind you, this took about 30 minutes of my time. So I was very time free at the time, but I didn't have a community of people that I knew were having the same issues as me, not wanting to. They didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel as if I was accepted by society. I had poor grades. I wasn't getting accepted to university. I had money freedom, but all my friends were working, and so I just felt a little bit ostracized. And that feeling for me would have been dissipated if I had known that there were more resources out there, sort of like this, where I could communicate, express my issues, talk about my existentialism, talk about why the things didn't make sense to me. And that's why I'm here today, is to share the principles of personal achievement and success. But really, it doesn't really matter about the success or the personal achievements in and of themselves. What really, really matters is the feeling that I felt. Right? Like after I started finding these principles, I was able to align these principles with what I was feeling. I was feeling negative. I was feeling depressed. I was feeling lost in the world. I was feeling rejected, ostracized. I felt as if I had no purpose. I felt as if I was going nowhere. And all of those feelings for me caused me to be here today so that I could help out as best I possibly can. And over the course of the last few years, I found seminars, I found tools, I found people, I found groups, I found people that are making $100,000 a month in Europe and going to seminars like the Millionaire Mind Intensive. I've found out that the tools that I'm using with my mind and finding books that actually explain what is happening in this world that I'm experiencing that all felt so random is not random. It's not happens chance. All of these tools, everyone's been through the exact same experience, and just knowing and being aware of the fact that other people have felt the exact same way that I felt has changed my life dramatically. And that is just what I want to share, is not just, hey, this is how you succeed, because obviously there are failures in my life and there are things that I need to work on. And so not everyone always feels a success all the time, but it's being able to cultivate that emotion of success so that we're living in a life that's full of more joy, love, abundance, fulfillment, and care and gratitude, rather than stress, anxiety, doubt, worry, and hatred for the world for what it is, because we're going to live here as long as we want to, or we're going to kill ourselves. And I suggest that you don't kill yourself, because it gets a lot better. What you're looking for when you're looking for the idea of suicide or anything like that, I've noticed when I felt it myself, is I'm looking for a feeling. I'm looking for an emotion. I'm not looking for suicide. I'm looking for an emotion and a feeling. And that feeling exists just after worry, doubt, anxiety, and all of these feelings of terrible and whatever it may be. And if I had known these things earlier, it would have just helped me faster. And I would have been so much more grateful for life sooner. And that's my thing, is I'm just compressing all the information from like the 6 years of personal development, hundreds of books, audiobooks, courses, seminars into one location so that I can help the people the best I possibly can. Right now, I really love helping young adults because they are in the same position as me. And if I look back at my 19-year-old self, I was doing so well, but I was struggling so hard because I didn't know other people had the same issues as me. So with that being said, let's get started with today. My name is William Stewart. I'm 24 years old. Right now, I am doing complete media stuff, all media work, building communities, helping people out the best I possibly can by providing the secrets of personal achievement and success. I've been a sergeant in the U.S. Army. I've been a realtor. I've been a university student after all of this. I've been a business owner 3 times over, and now we're starting our next business, which is this one. So I'm super happy that you guys are here. What else have I done? Travel the world. We've done a lot of stuff. So I'm just super excited to just compress all the information from books like this one, Think and Grow Rich, which you probably get. And yeah, so we're going to be doing a 13-week series called The Secrets of Personal Achievement and Success. Basically, it's going to be our Monday calls where I go over basically an issue that we have and also describe the first principle or the second principle. There's 13 principles, so it's 13 weeks. And we're starting off with this book. The very first principle is desire. So in order for us to achieve anything, we need to have a desire. And our desires are shaped and molded by our abilities and leanings. So if you have the desire, if the desire is inside the creature that holds it, you, me, then it is by that, it is our obligation and our right to be able to have that thing, because we would not have a desire if we were not able to achieve it. And that is a very crucial thing. So the first one is desire. The goal is to have a burning desire, because a burning desire allows you to do absolutely anything. It doesn't matter what the consequences are. It doesn't matter what your negative thinking comes up. You are able to achieve it because you're going to be able to do all the things that you need to do that are required to get it. For example, I was living in Reno at some point, and I was living with 5 people, actually 10 people at the time, because all my boys had flown into Reno or drove into Reno, and we're staying there. We're playing music all the time, playing piano, having a beautiful, beautiful time, just like listening to music and really just cultivating a love for each other. And over the course of that month, I was really truly able to be free mentally and just create. I would just be able to create, do whatever I wanted to do, think about whatever I wanted to think about, create whatever music, and it was super fun. And what this did for me is it allowed me the opportunity to feel inspired. And that inspiration led to me having a dream where I knocked on doors and found an RV. I found this RV in my dreams, knocked on doors, and then eventually bought it. It was underpriced. I woke up, and with this burning desire that I woke up to, by law, I actually, coincidence, I actually fell in love in this dream as well. I ended up knocking on doors down in Las Vegas. Super scary thing to go knocking on people's doors asking for RVs. And eventually I found this 30-foot RV that looked like a brand new RV worth like $30,000. I was like, oh, this guy's going to say, fuck no, I'm not going to sell you my RV. A couple people did say fuck no, but it didn't matter because I had a burning desire. I knocked on this door. The guy comes out. I was like, oh, you selling the RV? I thought there was absolutely no shot it was going to be in my price range. And he said, yeah, selling it for $10,000. What? It was a 2016 Dutchman Coleman, crazy nice RV, and I was able to buy it for $10,000. Eventually, I sold it for $13,000. I would have sold it for $19,000 if I had the title at the time, but it was a really great way to know that I can just do those things. Nothing was going to stop me. Not the 7-hour drive to Vegas, not the knocking on the doors, not the fuck knows that people told me. I just wanted an RV. I was scrolling online daily and I was willing to do it because I had a burning desire. The next thing is to have a definite desire. I wanted an RV. Therefore, I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted one RV. In the book Think and Grow Rich, he speaks about it being money, and you need to have an exact amount of money. You can't say a lot of money or plenty of money when you want money, because no one knows what lots of or plenty of is. And so what we need to do is write down a specific amount of money. There's a psychological reason for that gets discussed in a further chapter, and that just helps us with our definiteness. And let's say, the other thing is I burnt all my bridges. I woke up, left Reno, went straight down to Vegas. There was no other option for me. I was going to get this RV. I didn't really need to burn any bridges, to be honest with you. I was just going. There was no second thought about it. But in the book, they do discuss talking about how if you're going into war and you're taking ships on the ocean, you get to the land that you're going to fight on, you burn the ships and you attack because you win or you die. And that is what your burning desire will do for you. So I already talked about fixing the exact amount of money or whatever your desire is in your mind. Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for this money. Nothing comes for free. For me, I'm giving the secrets of personal achievement and success. There's nothing that's going to stop me from doing that. I'm giving, though. You have to give something in order to receive. And also, if you think that you don't have anything to give, just so you know, you do. Whatever it may be. You could give love, you can give hugs, and there has to be someone to receive it. By law, if you have something to give, law of opposites, law of polarity, there is an opposite for it and someone to receive it. So you will always have that opportunity. Give me just a moment.
Recording in progress.
Okay, the camera just died, but we're back. So we're talking about determining exactly what it is you're going to give. For me, it happens to be the secrets of personal achievement and success. And what gave me the opportunity to feel as if I was able to give the secrets of personal achievement and success was an internal feeling of feeling good. I felt in so many ways so lost, so hurt, and so depth of despair that I realized eventually, once I started listening to more audiobooks, it was easier and easier and easier to live life, in which that I think that is an interpretation of success for me, right? Yeah, there's a lot of monetary things. There's a lot of, like, I have a really good relationship with my family. I've been able to do a lot of things and cultivate what I would call success. But I think success for me is really just the feeling. It really just is being able to live in my own skin and be okay. Now, Earl Nightingale writes in The Strangest Secret, it's a 35-minute audio tape. He says that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And so the second that you select something that you want to do and you do it deliberately, that is when you become a successful person. The second that I decided that I wanted to teach the secrets of personal achievement and success, that was the exact moment that I became a successful person. Not the time that I got money, not the time that I did anything, got a really good relationship with my family. It was the second that I moved in the direction that I wanted to go deliberately. And that's how that works. It's the second that you decide that you're successful is the moment that you're successful. And that feeling of gratitude, love, and abundance comes from us. And to be able to feel that, for me, it came from being able to give or wanting to give or finding a path to give. So there's that. So now let's see. Establish a definite date by which you intend to receive the thing that you want to receive. For me, mine is December 21st. And what I'm giving for my personal, what I'm giving and what I'm getting is the castle in the south of France. That is the only thing I've ever wanted, is a castle in the south of France. I want to speak more French. I want to play more piano. I want to have a good time. That's it. December 21st, 2024 is the date that I've set for myself. Now, it's not really about obtaining the thing by that date because that causes a lot of stress and anxiety, but it is picking that date so you have a date to be there. It's a definite purpose. Having a definite location, a place to be for when you receive it allows you to step into this moment of receiving, to step in the being of receiving. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. Sort of like today. For example, yes, I've done a lot of video talk and all of these things, but being here and creating this video right now, did I feel as if I was ready this morning to make this? Absolutely not. But regardless of how I feel, ready or not, I will continue to move in the direction that is helping me help others, regardless of what's going on in my life. And that is what we need to do, is instead of having our inspired idea to do this video talk, create this group, and build this community, it's more so about doing it, right? And instead of talking about it, having this inspired idea, and then talking myself out of it, I apologize, talking myself out of it, thinking about all the reasons why I couldn't work, what the things are going wrong in my life, what things I can't do, what holes or gaps that I have, all of these limiting beliefs that stop you, all of this, I'm not ready. Even the camera, the battery just died, and I had to switch the battery and then continue. I had to go find a battery. I didn't think it was going to work. Regardless of all of those issues or problems or whatever may come up, you need to just show up anyway. And that's what I'm doing here for today. For a quick example. All right, so writing out a clear, concise statement for the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for its acquisition. State what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. I'll read out mine. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I told you. I usually just remember it, but I want to have it exact for you guys so you can also see that it's actually written out. I'll pause this while I find it.
Recording in progress.
Okay, I found it. I also have my definite major purpose written on a card. Oh, there we go. Written on a card, so you can see that. Oh. All right, anyways. It's written on a card. On the back it says, ask and it shall be given you, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. I have a bunch of these cards. I even have one on the back of my cell phone. Anyways, I call this the definite major purpose. Let's show you right there. It's on this page. By the 21st day of December 2024, I will have in my possession a 100,000 square foot castle in the south of France and $1 million that will come to me in various amounts of time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I'll give the most efficient service of which I'm capable, reading the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service and the capacity of a salesman of the secrets of personal achievement and success. I believe I'll have this money in my possession. My faith is so strong that I can now see the money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now waiting to transfer me the time and the proportion I deliver the service I intend to render for it. I'm awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I'll follow that plan I received. A couple of things have changed in that one, particularly the idea that I have removed the $1 million thing because I wanted to focus on one thing. I think having two separate ideas and goals when I wrote this at the time is actually not beneficial, and focusing on one thing, only one thing, will actually get you a lot faster. Anyways, I'll take my word on it. Definitely try it out for yourself. Some people like to have multiple goals at once. So now, the next thing is reading your statement aloud once before going to bed and once upon waking in the morning. The reason for this is because our subconscious mind and our conscious mind are the two sides of consciousness. The conscious mind is choosy, basically decides what it likes and determines whether or not something is good or bad, or right and wrong, or what it likes and what it does not like. The subconscious mind does not give a fuck. It does not really care. The subconscious mind makes into reality what the conscious mind has instilled into it and has been passed on through emotion and feeling. There are no limits and bounds to subconscious mind. There is no right and wrong. And so if your conscious mind thinks that world is full of problems, the subconscious mind will reproduce problems and situations that are a likeness of that in the real world. And the reason I mention this is because sleeping is the gateway to the subconscious mind. And when you mention and read and feel yourself into the feeling of being what it is you want to become as you're sleeping, You actually dream that into your subconscious mind, and then throughout the day tomorrow, you kind of habitually act upon those dreams and feelings. It's a reproduction of what's happened inside your dream world. And what we're trying to do is influence your subconscious mind to provide you those outward expressions that are what your statement is before you go to sleep and once you wake up in the morning. It just programs you to actually start moving upon this subconsciously without even being aware of it. You're always acting in the direction of your major definite purpose in life. And to end it off, desire outwits Mother Nature. Basically, what I'm going to tell you guys right now is when I first started off on this journey, I had no desire to do anything. I was lost, I was confused, I didn't think the world had any purpose, but what I ended up doing was I read chapter 4 on autosuggestion over and over and over and over and over again. And I'll tell you one thing, habit gives you desire. Once you habitually do something over and over and over and over and over again, you will just have the desire to do it. Eventually, it just comes upon you. If you feel like, oh, I don't have anything I desire, don't worry. I didn't feel like I had anything either. I just read it over and over again, regardless. I felt like people were scammers. I really didn't believe this book at all in general. And I just read it. And honestly, it just made me feel better. It really just did. So I encourage you guys to go ahead and do that. Write out your definitely major purpose. Figure out what it is you want. What it is, it's that first thing that pops in your mind when I say, what do you really want? It pops into your mind and you kick it out immediately. And you say, oh, I can't have that, or it's not attainable, or it's not possible. And that's the thing that you probably really desire and you want to write down and be aware of it. Start journaling every single day from here on out, the entire week. What have you thought about your desires? Have you ever been in a time where like you wanted something so bad you were willing to like burn down your house to get it? Willing to give up everything, willing to run away, willing to do whatever it takes to get there? Been there a couple times. And that's your burning desire. And if you have a desire inside of you, just know that it is molded and tailored to your capabilities and leanings, and you just wouldn't have that desire if it wasn't for you. Like, I don't have the desires you have. Everyone else doesn't have the same exact desires, right? There's an abundance of everything around the world. Everyone has different desires, and that's why it all works out, is because we all have different capabilities and leanings and desires. So this is me saying to you, go get the desire, go love it. And if you're watching this from YouTube, come on, join the Skool family. It's a success family. We just love to provide each other opportunities and the ability to succeed. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.